my ladies, and welcome back to the Joy Talk. I am so hyped to be with you guys today. I mean, I'm always hyped, but today I'm really hyped because today is the last episode of season 1 of the Joy Talk. The last episode of the season. This is our 15th episode, and that means, my ladies, we've been together 15 weeks consecutively, and we've been catching gems. We've been doing the things, we've been adapting and getting the tools and the practices in order to live a more purposeful life and in order to do business, life, and everything in between our ways. And this is why I want to make this last episode of season 1 extremely juicy. I want to talk about going after what you want. I want you, my ladies, to go after what you want. The right time is now. And I'm tired. My ladies, I am tired of seeing so many ladies with so many great ideas, with incredible potential, waiting for the right time, waiting for something, waiting, and just watching time pass them by and not going after what they truly want. My ladies, it's about time right now. We ain't getting any younger. We cannot buy back time. So the right time is really now. It's essential. It's imperative for us to really go after what we want. Being able to know truly what we desire and just taking the first step towards that. And this is so important for me because I want to leave you with this for season 1. I really want to push us. I'm going to go full frontal on you, my ladies, because I really want you to realize that it's enough. We've got enough excuses. We've got all the excuses. We ain't got all the time in the world. And honestly, the more we wait, the longer it gets. And the longer it gets, the higher the possibility of the idea, of the opportunity fading. Really, my ladies, this is some real talk. The longer you wait to go after what you truly want, the higher the possibility of that idea, that opportunity, or that belief that you want that fading. It's just like that. You know what I mean? It's like if when you have someone who really loves you and who's literally in love with you, and you're just I want to take my time. I want to figure out where this is going. I'm not so sure. And they're like, okay, no problem. And they're just super in love with you, and they're just down with you, and they're just going to ride with it. But they're riding and time is passing and there's no moves and there's nothing changing, no transformation, no step forwards. And this man's going to be I'm not sure you're really down with me. And you're going to be no, I really am. I'm looking for a good guy like you. I want to be with someone like you. You're successful. You do all these things. I just don't know if I'm ready yet. Let's just take our time. And he's going to be okay, second time, let me wait. Time is passing. Things are going. Nothing's moving between you guys. No actions on your side. No progression on his side. Well, he's not receiving any progression on his side, from you. So third time, he's going to have to talk and be you know what, my lady? This is not working for me. I'm down. I'm ready for you to take this opportunity with me. I'm ready to make this a serious relationship, but you don't seem ready for me. I got to go. I got places to be. And he's just going to go. And then we're left off with thinking what? Maybe that was the one. Maybe I should have taken my chance, but that chance has left the boat. The chance has gone. And my ladies, I'm not trying to hurt nobody or just be sentimental about these things, but this is real life. If you have a goal, if you have something you truly want, you think about it once, you think about it twice, you think about it 3 times, and you're still not making the move, my ladies, it's not going to happen. This is a real truth. If you are thinking of something you want to do, if you really want something for yourself right now, if you really truly want to accomplish something, bring something to life, launch something, do a big move for yourself, you have to do the move. You have to do the actions that go within that move. Because if you don't do the move, it's not going to be waiting for you forever. That opportunity, that moment, that chance, that momentum that you have, this idea, this desire is not going to be here forever. So it's super important to really position yourself in a way that you're going to be successful. Like, this is you against you, my ladies. This is us against us. This is me against me. And trust me, I'm like part of this group. I'm part of us when I talk about these things, because there are so many things we want to accomplish, right? And this is like a real truth. It's not just about launching a business. It's not just about our careers. It's not just about love. It's just, there's a lot of things that we want to be doing. I want to get more healthy. I want to learn how to do this. I want to learn a new skill set. I want to travel the world. I want to live this experience. I want to get married. I want to have kids. Like, we have different goals and we have different objectives that we want that will fuel our overarching life and the vision of our lives that we have. But it's really important that we make the moves towards these things in order to accomplish them. Like, it's really important that if you want to get married and have children, you have to put yourself out there. You have to work on yourself, and you have to put yourself out there, and you have to take chances. You have to believe that it's possible for you. If you want to launch a business, if you have an idea, if you want to launch a podcast, if you want to launch whatever it is that is meaningful to you, you have to take the steps, my ladies. There's no time to wait anymore. It's really important for us to make decisions and take actions that reflect the vision that we live, that reflect the life that we want to live, because nobody can make those actions for us. Nobody can make those choices for us. And it's going to become harder and harder if we sit with those actions. If we sit with those thoughts and we don't provide any actions towards ourselves, it's going to become harder and harder, because that calling is still going to be there. That calling is going to be there until it fades away. And then your feeling of still wanting that calling is still going to be inside your heart. Like, I'm so passionate about this because I've seen this so many times. I've seen this with myself. I've seen this with the people I love. I've seen this with women around me. I've seen this with women who go to conferences. I see this with women all over the world, literally all over the world. North America, Middle East, everywhere, Europe, anywhere. I see this happen all over the world. It's like a big phenomenon where we don't make the moves. My ladies, we have to make the moves. We have to take chances on ourselves. We really have to make the moves. I always, there's always these quotes and these people who say like, oh, when someone's on their deathbed, they never say like, oh, I should have worked more hours, or I should have ate less calories and all these things. And there's always this one phrase that always comes up, and I'm sure you can recognize it. It's like, oh, I wish I had gone after the things I really truly wanted. I wish I had built the life I truly wanted. I wish I had done the things I truly cared about. And it's like, why didn't you? Why don't we? Why don't we go after the things that we truly want? I can understand that there's a level of risk with different decisions. I can understand that. It's not just easy to go put yourself out there. It's not just super simple to start a business. I understand that. But it doesn't mean that it's not feasible for you. And it doesn't mean that it's not possible for you. And it certainly does not mean that you should just sit there and wait for it to become easy, because my ladies, none of this is easy. None of the things that we live are easy, but none of them are that hard either. You know what I mean? It's like marriage ain't easy, but it ain't that hard. Having kids ain't easy, but it ain't that hard, because there's so many good stuff that balances it out. Having a beautiful, amazing career ain't easy, but it ain't that hard. Launching a business, it ain't easy, but it ain't that hard. Taking care of our health, it ain't easy, but it ain't that hard. Telling the people we don't love anymore that we don't love them anymore and they cannot be part of our lives ain't easy, but it ain't that hard. You know what I mean? It's like there's always a flip side to everything, and we have to choose what's the consequence that I'm ready to live with? That's really the thing that we need to ask ourselves, is if I were to reflect back on my life, and if I were to reflect back about the things that I truly wanted, how big is the consequence of not doing the thing? How big is that? For me, for example, not launching my business and not being a business owner was a consequence that if I wasn't if I weren't doing it, if I hadn't launched my business, if I hadn't decided to become a business owner a few years back, this is a decision. I'm like going like this because my sleep. This is a decision that would have haunted me. And the consequence of that haunting me would have been so loud, so powerful that I would have made myself miserable and the people around me miserable. How? Because I would have went to a 9-to-5 job that I would be happy in, because I had 9-to-5 jobs that I was happy in and I was thriving in, but I still wanted my business, you know? So I would go to my job, I wouldn't be, like, I'd be happy, but then I would kind of complain about it, but then I would always say when I'll launch my business, and then you know what? It's affecting my mood, and then my mood is going to affect the other people around me, and then my loved ones, and I'm going to be like, I wish I launched my business, I wish I had my business, when I'm going to have my business, and people are just like listening to me and supporting me, but they're like, yeah, but you're not doing anything about it. So first of all, I'm kind of tired of hearing about this. Second of all, you're making yourself miserable because you keep talking about it and you're not doing anything about it, and you're not extremely happy and thriving in your 9-to-5 because that's not what you want to do. So it's like this big loop, my ladies. It's a big loop, and it affects us deeply. Like, our body houses so many emotions, and the emotion of expectation towards ourselves is really strong. Like, if we expect something out of our lives, and if we are excited about it, and if we have so much joy from that idea and it doesn't happen, like, the flip side, the antipode of that emotion is really hard to deal with, because it's deception, it's anger, it's resentment towards ourselves, and that is housed in our bodies, and that just carries on. Like, it doesn't go away unless we work towards it. You know what I mean? And how do we work towards it? By bringing back the joy of this idea, and bringing back this idea, yes, but also bringing back actions that you see you can produce with, okay? So we have to make the moves. We have to take the chances on ourselves. We have to make the moves. Nothing is perfect. And the moves you're going to make are not going to be perfect. But trust me, they're going to be extremely worth it. And it's not about, like, I want to talk about this too, because sometimes we think about, like, I really want to, like, I was in this beautiful conference, like, not like this week, and the ladies wanted to launch their podcast. And the idea of launching a podcast is big, you know? And you kind of like think about, like, oh, I need an editor, I need a full video production, I need all these things. And you're just mounting up this idea of how big it is to launch it. But you can really just start by the first step. And whatever that first step is for you, you have to start. And you know what I mean? Like, sometimes we wait for this big sign. We wait for this whole checklist to be done in order to start. But my ladies, the checklist is never done. And unless you do the work towards the things that you want, you are going to realize there are other things that you need to be doing. There are other things that you didn't think about, but you can't figure those things out unless you do the things that you're supposed to be doing towards your goals. And when I talk about motivation, it's like, you don't wake up motivated. Like, I don't wake up every day motivated to do my work in my business. I don't wake up every day motivated to film content. I don't wake up every day motivated to be a wife. I don't. You know, like, some days I'm just like, I just literally want to lay in bed, nobody talks to me, and just lay in bed and drink water. You know what I mean? I don't want to eat. I don't want to think about anything else than just laying in bed. And then I have to push myself, because I know that's not how the day is going to go. Like, I have a day. I'm blessed with a new day. I'm feeling in this moment, but I have to get going. And I start doing my day. I start, doing some wifey stuff that I'm like, oh, I wish I wasn't able. I didn't have to do this right now, but no, I do it. Take care of my house, get the dinner ready, get all these things. And as I'm doing it, I'm feeling motivated. I'm like, I'm going to make this best pasta salad today. I'm going to make this best dinner, and I'm going to even add a dessert. But that only comes when I start doing the thing. I swear, my ladies, it really is like that. It's like the motivation comes when you are producing something. When you are producing an outcome, the motivation comes. And that's the same thing when it comes to our goals. Like, you're not always, all these athletes or all these artists or all these influencers, all these business people or all these corporate people, they're not always motivated to go out and show out, and show up and be 100% like on top of their game. But once they step into the ring, the office, the place, the zone, the game is on and you have to play. And once you're in the game, the motivation comes. I promise you. Consistency brings motivation. Like if you wait to be motivated to launch your business, or if you wait to be motivated to do the things that you truly matter to you, if you wait to be motivated to like get yourself out there to meet the love of your life, girl, you're gonna wait a long time. Because it's hard to be motivated by things that you can't see. But when you make actions, when you take actions towards the things that you truly want, that's when the motivation comes, because you're taking actions and you're like, ooh, okay, I'm taking actions. So I'm like getting a little bit of hit of a dopamine right now because I'm doing the thing. And now because of this hit of dopamine, I'm like feeling like I am building some momentum. I am progressing towards the goal I want. So it's just going to be building and it's just going to be moving up at that moment. You know, it doesn't go back down. Once you start doing the thing, it's like you're just moving up. You're on a straight line, straight path to the top, my ladies. So it's really important to do the things. So don't, my scramble and ramble about this is like, don't wait to be motivated to do something that you truly want. The motivation is going to come when you start doing the things. So let me get back to this. Do the things, my ladies. Do not wait. Like, this is season 1. We're ending season 1. And if I waited to have like this big top production company to do my podcast, if I waited for the big next thing, if I waited for the best idea, if I waited to have all my guests lined up, because I do want to have guests on this podcast, if I waited to have like more money, more everything, I would have never launched this podcast. And like, I wouldn't have been able to connect with you and do something I truly, truly am passionate about and I love doing. So it's like, you just have to do the first step. You just have to push yourself in doing the first step, no matter what that step is and no matter what the objective that you are doing. The objective that you want to have. It's like you just simply have to make the first step. You have to trust that you are capable of doing it. And the first step is going to get you there. Like, there's no doubt about that, my ladies. There is no doubt about that. And I really, really want to reiterate that because honestly, we are surrounded, my ladies. We are surrounded by a lot of women and women we love, women ourselves too, women we love, women we know, women we don't know, women we meet, who want to do something. Each and every one of us out here knows this for ourselves and knows one woman out there who wants to do something for themselves and who has not yet done it. We all do. We all know this woman. We all know one thing within ourselves that we want to do that we have not yet done. And it's like, we are wasting potential. We are wasting our time not doing the things that truly matter to us. So it's so important, my ladies, that we take the time to do the things and go after what we want. I keep repeating this because it's like, if I could honestly get $1 for every time a woman tells me, or I've heard a woman, or I see a woman who wants to do something and is not doing it, I'd be a millionaire. Honestly, maybe not $1, but I mean a few bucks. But honestly, it's crazy because we have so many ideas. And don't get me wrong, life is something for women out here, okay? It's like we have a certain level of responsibility that comes with the price of being a woman. I know. And the older we get, the more, I don't want to say like picky, but like the more we know what we want. So it's like, if the house ain't clean, we got to clean the house before we want to start doing anything. Like, I know how we can get when we're like now in our mid 30s and we're just going, late 20s, mid 30s, early 40s. Like, I know how we get. Okay, so I definitely know that life gets in the way. And I definitely understand and recognize that we do not have the same level of responsibilities than our counterparts. And that doesn't mean that we shouldn't go for something we truly want. Because it should actually push us, because we should be like, because I'm doing all these things to hold it down for my family, for myself, for my parents, for the people I love, for my sisters, for everybody around me, because I hold it down all the time, because I show up all the time to my work, because I do the things for other people, I allow myself to go after what I truly want. I allow myself to build something that truly matters to me, and I allow myself to trust that this is possible for me and that I deserve it, that I truly deserve going after what I want. I love this. I love this because we owe it to ourselves. We do so much. We output so much energy for the people we love, and it's also super important to input a lot of energy towards ourselves for the things that truly matter to us, because we don't get this time back. We don't get these opportunities back. And it's really important for us to seize the moment and really go after what we truly desire. So, that was my episode. This is episode 15. We're closing out season 1. I'll be back in like a few weeks. It's like season 2 is coming. I just really wanted to take the time to close out season 1, to take a moment also to thank you all, my ladies, for being here, listening, catching a gem or two, sharing the content, liking the content, being here with me every week. It matters so much to me, and it really, truly, truly, truly allows to fuel my soul. And I hope that it does help you live a purposeful life and help you do business life and everything in between your way, because it's all about doing things our way, right? And on that note, I can't wait to prepare season 2. I can't wait to just see how I can level up for you guys, how I can just bring a lot more things and gems and practices and tools for us to just live a better life, have a more purposeful life, and just have more value within ourselves. So I'm so excited about that. And I'll be back in the next 3 weeks. I don't know exactly what that date is, but you'll see me. You'll see me. And on that note, thank you so much for being here, my ladies. And once again, go after what you want, do the actions, make them consistent, and the motivation will come. But just make sure you take the first step and you never stop. All right? I will see you very soon for season 2. Thank you, my ladies.